Number 1. How long did you attend school?
I attended school for 10 years.
Number 2. Why do students pay tuition?
Some students have to pay tuition because the higher education in Russia is not free, and not all of them have the opportunity to take to have education free of charge, and they have to pay it. And most of the talent, most of the students who get the education free are talented students.
Number 3. How can someone get a grant?
If you need to get a grant, you just have to submit all your documents to some organization and to apply for a scholarship, and then you have chance to be granted to get a grant.
Number 4. Do you prefer to get a place at university or live at home?
So I prefer to get a place at university, to be enrolled at the university, than to have my own house or home or flat.
Number 5. Why do you think it is important for someone to do research on a university they want to attend?
It's very important to do research on the university you want to attend, because you need to know some information about this university, about the quality of education, about the professors there, about the specialty they offer.
Number 6. What year did you start school?
I started school in 1992.
Number 7. How did you feel entering your first school?
When I entered the school, I was very excited and I felt independent.
Number 8. What is a tip to give someone to be good at math?
So, in order to be good at math, you have to attend all the classes and don't slack off in classes, and be good at calculations and some maths problems.
Number 9. Were you ever required to take a course? If so, what was it?
Yes, I was required to take a course when I studied at school. I had to take a course in maths and physics.
Number 10. How important is it to do well in class?
It's very important to do well in class, because it will help you in future, and when you will choose your future specialty.
Number 11. What year did you get the best grades?
Uh, I was a good student at school and university, and I think all my study years was good. And
Number 12. How important is it to you to be a straight A student? Number 13.
as for me, it's not important to be a straight A student, because a person have to be good at one sphere, but not in all spheres, and uh, just to be good at some subjects will be needed when you're be enrolled in the university, or just like this.
What is the worst mistake you've ever made?
I don't know what was the worst mistake that I've made. Maybe it's in future, but right now I think that so I don't regret about that mistakes that I've made.
Number 14. How do you keep up with your classes?
So I didn't miss classes, and that's why I kept up with them.
Number 15. Who did you go to prom with?
I went to prom with my friend, with my classmate, and with my parents.
Number 16. What classes do you tend to fall behind in?
I think I didn't fall behind, and maybe sometimes when I was ill, I tended to fall behind.
Number 17. What is the best way to catch up with your studies?
So the best way to catch up with my studies is to do everything in time and don't miss classes, and don't slack off in the classes.
Number 18. Who was the last person that told you off?
So I think my parents were the last people who told me off.
Number 19. Who was the last person to yell at you?
Of course, it was my mother, and it was when I studied at the university, and she yelled at me very fiercely when I came late home.
Number 20. What do you criticize for most?
Sometimes I was criticized by my husband because I didn't cook dinner.
Number 21. Why did your parents ground you?
My parents grounded me for my misbehavior.
Number 22. What do you do when you see someone getting bullied?
When I see that someone is getting bullied, I try to persuade the person to stop doing it, and so that's all I think.
Number 23. What class did you lose interest for over time?
I think the first class that I lost interest was the biology, and then the class when we did some things with hands, technology, I think. Technology.
Number 24. If you could have an internship with any company, who would it be and why?
I would like to have an internship in oil and gas company and to be there to work there as a translator.
Number 25. Who do you know that has gotten a PhD?
Some of my group mates had gotten a PhD.
Number 26. How does someone enroll in a university?
If you want to be enrolled in the university, you have to submit some documents and to pass the necessary exams there, and then you, if you are lucky and you passed all your exams, you can be enrolled in the university.
Number 27. Do you prefer to sign up for classes early or late?
I prefer to sign up for classes early.
Number 28. Why do some students take private classes?
Some students take private classes because they want to catch up with their courses, and maybe they miss some classes, so they want to have classes with a private teacher.
Number 29. What is the purpose of dropping in on a class?
So the purpose to drop in on a class, to drop on in a class, is to know something new and to try yourself in a new sphere.
Number 30. How often did you skip school?
I never skipped school.
Number 31. How often did you miss a class?
I didn't often miss my classes because I was a diligent student, and I sometimes I missed classes because of my illness.
Number 32. Why is it not good to slack off in school?
It's not good to slack off at school, because if you slack off at school, then you have to catch up with your class and take private lessons, and it's not free nowadays, and you have to pay, and it's so not everybody can afford it.
Number 33. How important is it to you to get a degree?
It's important for me to get a degree, and I got it, and I think so everybody should have a bachelor degree to succeed in the career.
Number 34. How do you get ready for an exam?
Usually, to get ready for exam, I read a lot and try to revise all the information that the teacher gave to me. And sometimes I try to learn everything by heart.
Number 35. What is the best way to defend your thesis?
The best way to defend the thesis is to make a presentation and to perform it perfectly.
Number 36. What time did you leave school?
I left my school at 4 o'clock.
Number 37. How do you prepare for a test?
I prepare for a test as I prepared for the same as I prepare for an exam. So I try to revise the information. I try to do the trial versions of the test and try to revise everything for revise the necessary information.
Number 38. How many times should a cast rehearse for a play?
If you want to perform well, if a cast wants to perform well, it should have rehearsal so many times, as many times as they want, and as they feel they are good at it and they are well at it.
Number 39. What is your favorite way to take an exam? Multiple choice or writing?
I prefer to do multiple choice. It's easier for me than to do writing.
Number 40. How do you feel when you pass an exam?
When I pass any exams, I feel excited and I'm very happy because I don't need to take it once more.
Number 41. What is the most difficult year to go through?
As for education, the difficult year to go through is the last years of studying, I think.
Number 42. Do you think it is okay to drop a class? Why or why not?
It's okay to drop a class because if you have the reason for it.
Number 43. Why would a student drop out of class?
If you lose interest for some subject and you feel that you have no passion for it, you can drop out of it.
Number 44. How do you feel when you fail your exam?
I've never failed my exam, but I think I would feel upset and very sad, and I will be very nervous.
Number 45. What grade does your teacher give you most?
I was not a bad student in school and at university, and I graded above average.
Number 46. What would you like to succeed in?
I would like to succeed in my career and would like to be a better teacher than I am now.
Number 47. Who do you know that was expelled from school or university?
Some of my group mates were expelled from university.
Number 48. Why do students get kicked out of school or university?
Some students can get kicked off the university if they are troublemakers, or they misbehave, or maybe they are not good, they don't do well in classes.
Number 49. Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from the Bashkir State Pedagogical University.
Number 50. What year did you finish school?
I finished the school in 2002.
Number 51. When was the last time you went to a graduation ceremony?
I went to the graduation ceremony in 2002 when I graduated from the university.
Number 52. How would you feel if you had to give a speech?
If I have to give a speech, I will feel nervous, and I'm afraid of giving public speaking, and so I would be very nervous.
Number 53. What would you say if you were selected to deliver a graduation speech?
So first of all, if I was selected to deliver a graduation speech, I would thank my teachers, my professors, and I would say that you should stick to your goal and be good at your chores and at that things that you do.